Hello, this is Chuck Broquet from Salt in the Valley. Our Mormon friends ask, have you read the Book of Mormon? Okay, let's read some more of the portions from Ether chapter 2. We were on a boat about the length of a tree on the Yukon River. Going downstream was no problem, but coming back up we had 5 moose. The top of the boat was just clearing the water by inches. So reaching Galena, 2 moose were flown ahead. Now, it seems like in this story, someone would say, I'm staying behind. When you clear this dock, your barges are going straight to the bottom. Or a man looks at his family and says, I'm scared. I don't like the looks of these holes. Why is there a hole in the bottom? Ether 2:20. My friend said, no wonder there's no record of them reaching America. Well, picture, Joseph Smith telling this tale to a farmer in a drafty barn. Maybe he would believe it. But sailors ought to know better. The barges are small, the length of a tree, Ether 2:16-17. What happens in a valley of the ocean floor where there's little current, no way to bob up for air? You see the Jeopardy of the Jaredites, as they would sink as a whale in the midst of the sea, for the mountainous waves shall dash upon you. That's Ether 2:24. And they go to the depths. Why doesn't the LDS Church cast a real movie of this brutal voyage? Or here's an idea. Go treasure hunting on the Titanic with scuba gear at the bottom of the sea. Why not? It takes a submarine, and sure not a wooden boat. What about a long storm, as the wind did never cease to blow, Ether 6:8. People today use ships much like Noah's Ark, but these Jaredite barges were shaped like a dish, Ether 2:17. To be under the surface, what happens to a dish? It spins and tumbles in the water as these mountainous waves crash down upon them. Going upside down, the writer foresaw the need of a hole in the bottom since the bottom becomes the top. There's no glass, so what about fish tanks? How did that work, like flipping over? Wouldn't these tanks be like coffins to the fish? Angry bees, bird feathers everywhere. How many got crushed by the flocks and herds that were in there, chapter 6, verse 4? You see, if you have claustrophobia, this is not for you. Or if barking dogs keep you awake at night, well, think of the terror of those howling animals as the entire civilization of the New World runs for cover, but there's nowhere to go. The LDS Church emphasizes food storage until families are picking bugs out of their dry goods. Well, for climate control, look at the humidity in there, and how would you stop the mold? In Ether 6:4, they prepared all manner of food that thereby they might subsist upon the water, and also food for their flocks and herds. A small herd for a short winter needs a big stack of hay. If I was a bishop, I'd rather not discuss it. Well, the first presidency does not want to talk about it either, at least not yet. But how precious their souls are, too. So would you pray that we can reach these people for Christ? Get them looking into the Bible for the true Word of God. It's Pastor Chuck Broquet.